This is the BZ-75. It is a Tier 10 Chinese tech tree heavy tank. It's a vehicle that I'm rather disappointed with, as it had so much potential to be great. However, I feel like Wargaming really missed the ball when it comes to this vehicle. I mean, it definitely has decent capabilities. The gun hits hard with 650 damage per shot, and it's got alright penetration. Its aiming time is okay. But, if you remember, when Wargaming was first introducing this vehicle into the game, it featured a derp gun. Now, the derp gun itself looked insanely stupid, with more damage than the FE2 and 5P183 on a heavy, and even though it didn't have that much pen, we can imagine just the splash damage alone would have been absolutely preposterous. The thing is that Wargaming balanced the vehicle around that derp gun. For example, these three massive hatches on the roof were probably as a big downside for the fact that if you got hit by the gun, you'd lose all of your health. So Wargaming has made this vehicle very weak in certain areas. This turret is only strong aiming directly at your opponent, and if it's off to the side, to the left, or to the right, it becomes flat and a very easy pen. Underneath, if it's using its 8 degrees of gun depression, you can overmatch the undercarriage and pen it. All the hatches are weak spots. The side armor's not great. Honestly, the upper plate's not that great either. So I really feel like Wargaming said, you know what, we're going to put a derp gun on this vehicle, so we're going to put a lot of weak spots. But then they never removed the weak spots when they decided that they ultimately weren't going to keep that derp-style gun on it. The question is, why would you drive this vehicle when you have something like an Object 705, which has the same alpha damage, a much better turret, and a much higher overall win rate in Tier 10. And that's also the same case for the 60 TP. Not only does the 60 TP hit harder, but I would say it features much better armor in the process. Oh boy, this is going to be a cringe battle. 3 AMX-50B platoon. Personally, I don't think it should be allowed to drive 3 of the same tank in platoon. I'm not sure how Wargaming thinks that's really a good idea. But I guess we're going to find out within the first, I don't know, minute of the game whether we're going to be full YOLO'd or not. The question is where our team goes. I mean, we've got some strong heavies. Panzerkampfwagen 7, we've got a Kron, we got a VZ-260. I mean, we've got good heavy tanks for making their way over towards the wide route. The question is, are they going to make their way wide? Because I'm in a vehicle that has a lot of speed, but so do those 50Bs, and so does the 260. It's kind of insane how fast the Object 260 is. You can see a good example here, though, where, I don't know, you have these rockets, which are great, but, I don't know, they just don't feel like you actually get that much out of the rocket boost. I mean, we're getting absolutely smoked by the VZ and the 260. Even the Kron, which isn't a necessarily fast tank, is still almost beating us to position here, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I've always thought, like, the BZ-75 was going to be the super, super fun pushing tank. In reality, it's just kind of mediocre in most characters. So nothing's been spotted yet, which gives me the idea that these 50Bs are probably going to be making their way over towards the side of the map. Now we got the 60 TP in front of us. He just fired, so we're going to aim it on his lower plate, and we're fully aimed in. Good example of the accuracy, though, there. I mean, that was an incredibly easy shot, and yet it missed by a literal mile. So now we're going to reload again. Got 5 more seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and alright, let's aim it on the IS-7. Here we go. Easy shot into the lower plate. And at least we did hit that one, but we just got hatched. Great example, though. This is a perfect example of where I feel like this tank could have been great, but got left behind quite a bit. We got the 60 TP in front of us, and I know where its weak spots are. 260 is going to poke him. Let's just go for it. Let's just hope it kind of... Oh, okay. Well, never mind. The Object 260 is going to side scrape into our shot. Rather annoying. Alright, well, let's just maneuver on up here. We got the 705 side scraping in a pretty good position, and we are going to poke the 60, and oh, we're going to get blocked by the by our teammate again in the Object 260. Crazy, bro, crazy. I find it interesting how people have zero situational awareness to players around them. I mean, crazy. It's incredibly irritating to have people block you. Don't block us. Let's move up. We got the 60, we got the Minnow in front, and, I mean, the Kampfpanzer, or the Panzerkampfwagen is probably going to push up here. I'm just going to aim it on the 60's hatch. Should be a fairly easy shell. There you go, 730 damage. But, of course, now I'm being blocked by my teammates, pushed out into the open. Crazy, crazy. Alright, well, honestly, it doesn't really matter that much to me. I'm just going to chill here. Got the U100. I mean, if people want to get mad, they can all day. Let's see. I got the 60 off to the side. And I'm just going to maneuver on up. Oh my god, is dude still mad at me? Oh, that's crazy. Alright. Alright, let's aim it on the U100. Aiming, and... Nope, that shell went to China. Alright, let's move up a bit with our rocket boost. See, right now I could just... I'm not going to say it, but it's just funny to me. Alright, let's move up here, and let's see. Let's aim it on the 100 lower plate. There you go, 614 damage shot. Let me reload for another 12 seconds. I mean, we can definitely see where the BZ is quite a nice tank. The gun on this vehicle, it does hit pretty hard, which is nice, and allows you to get out some decent damage. So we're going to aim it on his lower plate again. There you go, another 700 roll. Long live the enemy E100. We're up to 4,000 damage at this point, which is pretty good. I guess we'll just keep our last heat shell loaded. Actually, now we'll load AP. It's probably a smarter decision. Already shoots at our teammate. I don't really want to deal with that grill right now, so we're going to move on up this way, over towards our team. Those 50Bs have gotten absolutely nuked, so I feel like it would be quite nice if we can just maneuver over here. There you go. And let's see. I mean, I can probably just push up. I don't know why this Kron and E3 are being so passive over here when we have so much more health than the players on their team. There you go, E3 absolutely nukes the 121B. I'm just going to use my rocket boost at this point. We're going to hopefully get to the side of this 50B. Oh, there you go, that works too. 50B's dead. We're just going to keep on going over here, and we are going to clear the 121B. Alright, well that was pretty solid. I mean... Probably would have been smarter if I had just maneuvered over towards our heavy flank, but honestly, I don't think it matters too much. All that's left at this point is the grill, who is spotted in front of us. Let's load HE. Okay. Now this is where, in my opinion, the BZ really falls short, because once you've used your rocket boost, you literally drive at like 20 kilometers per hour. It is really awful to drive this tank once you've, used your capabilities. It's really, really sad. So we got the one grill off to the side. We got the grill over here as well. Just going to maneuver on up and bonk. There you go, 820 damage shell. At this point, I'm just going to back up and I'm just going to wait. There you go, already hits the grill. We got 5 more seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bonk. There you go, 782 damage shell into his vehicle. I mean, this was a good game. We did 6,000 damage. And, I don't know, this was a good example of the BZ, where I feel like it has a lot of potential, but it's also limited by its downsides. Like, I personally would think this tank would be so much better if instead of Wargaming giving it rocket boost, just maybe, yeet! Aw, unfortunate. But, I don't know. I personally think the BZ would have been a lot better if either the turret had less weak spots, or, to make up for that, they could have made the mobility better. It just sacrifices so much for the rocket boosts that it feels like everything else kind of falls short. But hey, I mean, we did pretty good. As I said earlier, that 260 was rather irritating. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for people getting out damage and, using their tank's capabilities to the utmost of what you can do. But I'm also not for blocking your teammates taking up an entire alleyway and stopping a push because you personally want to farm damage. That's just selfish. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it. Either way, here we are, second battle. Let's see what we can do again in the BZ. Up against us, we got an Object 452K. Hopefully, we can get above him because this vehicle can overmatch the roof of the 452. IS-7. I mean, it's possible the 430U will go medium or heavy side, but I doubt it. You'll probably more expect the 430 to go somewhere down this alley here. Apart from that, Type 68. Okay. I mean, they got some strong vehicles, but thankfully there's also quite a bit of Tier 8s, which is going to allow us to get out some good old bonkeroonies. Alright, let's use the speed boost that this tank has. We only get a couple of them, but thankfully on this map, we're actually able to quite easily use them. I mean, it's such a small map anyway. So let's rocket boost again. Let's get our heat shells loaded. That's obviously going to help us out. And we are going to try and get hauled down here. Alright, our concept's probably going to go to the same spot we are. Yes, indeed, that is the case. Now, one thing I will say that I like about this tank is that it has a lot of health. You'll notice that. 2,890 HP is a lot. Ah, yes. Dude was coming in full speed. Oh, we spotted a Type 68. There you go. Not able to hit him from here. I mean, oh, bruh. It's just... That's the only problem when you're not, like, the first player to a position, is people blocking you. But, there you go. 630 damage shell into the SMV. Just like that, dude is not enjoying life nearly as much. Look at that. Object 430 does indeed play his tank over here. I'm not surprised about that. Alright, let's move up a bit, and hopefully we can get a shell into the 430. Nope. Unfortunate. Alright, well, we're gonna reload. Let's see. The one player wide got nuked. This concept's just getting absolutely butchered, so I'm going to take that spot if he lets me. Here we go. Nice. Yes. Alright. Yes. Get bonkered. This is why I always load heat shells, because if you run up against somebody cringe like this, you can get some good bonks. I'm going to let this concept, hopefully. Nope. Concept gets penned again. Bruh. I don't know how the concept's even getting penned. He must be over poking his hull or something. Alright. Nope. Did not hit the 430 at that shot. I mean, hitting hatch shots is not hard, but it seems like our luck right now is not having it. Reloading! 5 more seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and let's see. Alright, we got our shell, and aiming in. Nah, that one was a bad shot for me. I thought he wasn't going to pull out as far as he did, so we ended up missing the shell. It's not that big of a deal. If you don't bleed health, then missing your shot doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I agree with that concept, though. I don't know how he's hatching him. I don't even get how he's getting hatched. All right, let's reload, and we got the 752. Oh, 452, and we're... Okay. Great example, though. Look at that. That's the BZ for you. That's the BZ. All right, well, not really sure what to do here. We're going to get penned by both of these players if we make any maneuver. What I'm hoping is that this Bisante pokes, then we can poke after. Here we go. Okay, apparently these guys can't pen a Bisante, but they'll pen me. Kind of funny, to be honest. Alright, we're going to chill here now, and... Nope. Still no cigar. I am interested to see where these shells are going on our battle hits after, because, again, these are not incredibly challenging shots, but the game is not liking us right now. Alright, well, we're just going to wait, and let's see if I can... Yeah, there you go. Oh, but we get max rolled for 700. Let me guess, hatched again? Yep, indeed, another hatching shot. It is rather disappointing to see how poor the armor on this vehicle's hatch is. Alright, let's aim it on the 452. Come on, show me your roof. Come on, I'll wait. I mean, he has to poke this time, so we should have that advantage for us here. Alright, there you go, he pokes. And... not hit. Yeah, this is the BZ for you. I don't know. Like, I like high alpha tanks. They're fun and everything, but the guns just miss so many easy shots that it makes you really not enjoy the vehicle. Get a nice AP shell into the TL7, clearing him. We're able to finally get our commander fixed. Cobra's not in a very good situation, though. Dude's about to get... Oh, maybe not. Not bonkered yet. Alright, let's reload. We got... a little bit longer, and maybe we can... Oh, no, we got a Skoda on our rear. Alright, let's bonk the Type. Thank you, Skoda. I mean, let's be honest, it doesn't really matter what happens here. We're gonna definitely be dead within the next couple seconds anyway. What I'm hoping right now is that we can reload just a little bit more. Maybe get a shell into the patent tank. Bonk. Okay, never mind. Well, we got a 370 damage rams. There you go. We were indeed... Ooh, no, I was hoping we could get another ram out, but we were able to get 3,200 damage. I don't know, the RNG in World of Tanks, like, there's a lot of people out there that will say, oh, World of Tanks Blitz is worse than PC, because I do come from World of Tanks Blitz, but Man, I can tell you for a fact that if the aiming system on Blitz was added to PC, you would hit a lot more shells. Like, I'm just going to exit the garage really quickly. I just want to see where the shells I fired on the 430 and the 7.52 ended up going, because in terms of height, aiming on the hatch, they were definitely at the perfect level. So I just want to see where they went. That's all I want to see. But that game was a great example of why the BZ-75 really isn't great. I mean, we still did over 3,000 damage, which is decent, I guess, but, I mean, if our RNG just worked a little bit better, that game would have been maybe 4,000 or even 5,000 damage. I mean, look at this shot on the roof of the 4.52K. That should have been an easy pen. But then you make your way over to battle hits, and you take a look at where my shells went on the 4.52K, and it's not even close to the hatch. Like, I hit him right on the turret, and that was the first one I fired at his vehicle. So, I don't know. The RNG in World of Tanks is just incredibly cringe. You miss a lot of shots that, in my opinion, really shouldn't be missing. But, oh well, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I don't love the BZ-75. I don't hate it. It's one of those vehicles where it's got a lot of capabilities, but it has so many downsides to counter those capabilities that the fun factor is kind of taken away. So, let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.